Right, so the other thing that we're going to look at, and the next thing that we're going to look at in this section is we're going to look at odds in favor. Right? So what we're going to have here, odds in favor of an event are the ratio of the probability that the event will occur to the probability that the event will fail to occur. So here we're still dealing with the same probabilities, but notice that we have success on top in our numerator and this time and failure in the bottom. So when you're going through this section in the homework, definitely pay careful attention, read very carefully. Do you see odds against, like we saw in our previous example, or do we see odds in favor? All right, so one card is selected from a standard deck of cards. Determine the odds in favor of selecting a queen. Right, so if we go back to that image from section 11.1 that had our deck of cards, or you might know off the top of your head, we have 4 queens in a deck of cards. 4 out of 52 reduces to 1 out of 13. Right. Our probability of not selecting a queen, we're going to use our complement. 1 minus 1 over 13 is going to give us, 12 over 13. All right, so we're asked for odds in favor. All right, so this time our probability of success is going to go up top, 1 out of 13. Our probability of failure is going to go underneath, 12 out of 13. Right. Which then again, I'm going to show the work with the fraction just one more time. If we flip the second one, when we multiply, our 13s are simply going to cancel since they're the same. And we get the odds in favor of selecting a queen are going to be 1 to 12. The odds in favor of selecting a queen are 1 to 12. Right. Our odds against, we have our same probability here. Right, this time we're going back to what we did in our previous example, where our probability of failure goes up top. Our probability of success goes down below. Right. Again, these 13s are going to cancel. Right, so you don't necessarily need to show that step as we're going through and working on this. So those 13s are going to cancel, and we are left with 12 over 1. Basically, our odds are just flipped. So the odds in favor of selecting a queen are 1 to 12. The odds against selecting a queen are the other way around, 12 to 1. So again, just pay careful attention to the English that's in these questions as you're going through the stuff in the homework. We can use kind of the same idea that we used for our odds against to kind of simplify stuff and not worry so much about those fractions. Right? So if we were to kind of shorten this one, right, we could calculate just a little bit quicker way. Odds in favor of selecting a queen. Right, the same problem, just a slightly different way of calculating it. In favor means the number of queens that we have goes on top. So there are 4 queens in our deck of cards, and there are 48 cards that are not queens. Okay. And then we can reduce this into lowest terms to get 1 out of 12, right, which is the same as part part A above. So there's alternate ways to kind of working through these things. Again, as we're going through, just make sure you are carefully reducing your fractions as needed, and then writing your answers in the format that is being requested.